Good day, dear friends. My name is Perpetuum or Alexander, and today we are going to conduct some recent experiments together with you related to the Boeing 747 in a game called Teardown. Well, if you like this video or you want to support me, you can do it with likes. First of all, friends, you wrote to me about the fact that the hatch can be opened without the help of tools. To be honest, I tried to do it. I tried to switch it to this position, and it didn't give me anything. I tried to switch to this position as well. In general, the door does not open by itself, so I will use a laser boat. Yes, oh, depressurization, something serious, wait. And what is so tough? What are you doing? Guys, sit in the cab. Well, where are you going? I'd rather disintegrate you. In general, it's quite strange. When I opened this hatch with a machine gun, everything was safe and tidy, no matter what anyone said. People didn't fly out, and now they have flown out. Well, okay, maybe it's the influence of the laser. So, quietly, I'll make it a little quieter in my columns. So, with the help of this laser, you can cut the plane into several parts and see what exactly it is holding onto. But we'll do it later. I'll use it first. I use a physical gun, which you also wrote to me about. And so, if I take a gun and take a plane and do this, the plane is supposed to. Yes. It tilted a little. He's falling backwards. What's going on, Boeing plane? You don't have to fly up, you have to fall. That's why we're here, not to watch you fly up. He's really leaning over. I've never seen anything like it. It unfolds, it begins to crumble into pieces, parts of the skin fall off from it. This, belly, his belly burst. This is a real disaster. Wow. And all this is because of the change of course, because of the change of direction. Tin. Oh, this is the 737th Boeing, I thought 747. And friends, today I'm going to show you another cool map, so don't switch, in which we will be inside the plane during a realistic fall. Not like now. Yes, we moved him, and yes, he fell. I would even like to fly closer to see what's going on there, but Figs knows him. Just on a sliver. It was split, in fact, it no longer exists. There is no plane. Yeah, that's the end of the map. And it's constantly moving, me being blown away. That's how it turns out everything works here. There is an invisible barrier that pushes us back. That's funny. Or does this ground change its position under your feet? Well, in general, it's cool to shift planes with a gravity cannon. Well, what does it make any sense? It's much more interesting to cut it with a good old laser catcher. Although for me it is not old and unkind, because I have not used it before. Well, of course I will go out only with the help of a machine gun, safely and carefully, culturally. No one was injured at the same time. This is the most important thing. Of course, the physical cannon can also be used for other things, but I don't know yet. There is also such a power cannon. She pushes objects. You see, the people inside are becoming like minced meat. It just pushes them away. But the plane, due to the fact that it stands still, it does not move. So I go up to people and push them against the wall like that. You can also attract them here. Well, kind of sucked. Oh, I almost died myself. Kind of like sucking it in, like a vacuum cleaner. Okay, I'm getting off the plane. There's some kind of game here. Oh. Apparently, we accidentally damaged some vital system for the aircraft. There was no desire to do this at all. I just wanted to show how the force cannon works, but the plane? That's it, he threw up. Okay, let's try again, but this time not as a force. I was just asked to show what other things there are from those that I didn't show. I don't think I've ever used a force cannon anywhere else. Plasma can cut out the door. Well, then the plane will light up, and we don't need that. Well, okay, the fire will almost go out immediately. And by the way, not all objects can be cut, for example. But no, almost everything, but not everything. So, can I get out? Yes. Finally got to the surface. Where is my laser boat? It's time to chop something off. Well, we'll start, I don't know, with wings. No, we won't start with wings. Let's chop off the tail of the plane and see if there is something that it holds onto. It would be possible to make a beam more carefully. Oh, the boys. Guys, there's no sail here, where are you going? It would be possible to make the beam even thinner, but then its power would decrease, and it would not be able to burn objects so confidently. I was experimenting on the building specifically. Even now, you see, it doesn't burn much, but you want to burn as fast as possible, so. Opanki, dos Vitos. But as it is cut off exactly, we can look into the inside of the plane. Here we can see the cargo. Oh, and she fell, yes, now there will be a boom. That's it, the FPS is normal again. The insides, there's some kind of beam that the carrier probably holds the plane. Is there any way to see what else is there? What's in these boxes? And there was something really lying in them, whether it's skulls, or what is it at all? And if we also carefully chop off a piece here, what will be inside there? It's also interesting what's behind these boxes. It's just that I'm afraid of damaging something and blowing it up if I shoot a laser directly. It's quite possible. Yes, a piece fell off. Goodbye. Like a piece of sausage that falls on bread, isn't it? And here again these tubes, incomprehensible systems, and the author of the map worked it all out. It's amazing. Well, all right, we'll chop off the wings, but I won't chop here, because there are fuel tanks. Oh, and if we carefully cut off the engine, that is really neat. And that's it, the explosion happened, the laser got to that place. It was necessary to cut here. Oh the engine exploded right on the fly. Epic. So, the plane is flying without an engine, but what if the second engine is also cut down? There was an explosion, but it was inevitable. The second engine also broke off and exploded in the air, but the plane continues its movement. Although what's surprising here, the plane is without, there were fuel tanks, the plane is flying calmly without wings. This wing, where does it stay? Not in this clearly. And not even that, I think. Another piece. And not in this. And not in this. Is it really on the tip? Funny, is it really on the tip? In my opinion straight. No, in the middle, Dachshund. Well, yes, it's quite problematic to remember the location, I wouldn't be able to. In short, somewhere here he is holding on to this thing. How to define it, how to find it. I don't even know what it is. It was for this little cube that it all held on. Well, this wing is not holding up. Let's cut it off carefully, too, it will just fall. And now we are sawing the plane in half in this part. Purely this kind of cutting is going on, purely scientific, technologically we are simply sawing. The back part will fall, because yes, it holds on to the front. And so this is how the plane looks in the cross-section. That is, it's interesting. Oh, something fell down. Interesting, pleasant, wonderful. It fell. Well, then let's probably finish with this map, because all that could be learned. I learned how the physical canon works in this. Well, with this plane. It doesn't seem very interesting to me, friends, I don't know about you because, well, yes, he fell, well, okay. He just evaporated, disintegrated. There is another map where we can really observe something beautiful, and that's where we will go. And here is the very map on which we will fall, in the truest sense of the word. Let's use a private plane for light first. It's small, it won't cause any special lags, and I'm in it now. Emergency situation. We are flying along the sea. There are no pilots, they jumped out, and I am here. Look what's going on. How he shakes. He's off course, he's out of control. I would try to take the helm myself, but I can't. Ah, there's land in front, land. We're about to fly in like this, to look at it. Everything, yes, really there is land, and we crash. Oh, may garble. Wow. I was just thrown out of the cab. Tin. Look, it's just some kind of hard logging. And he flew through the building. Awesome. It would be cool to watch this from the sidelines. That would be really cool. Here is a building where maybe someone had dinner, someone was doing homework, someone was going to work. And these are the consequences. The plane was flying, knocking down fir trees, pines and so on in front of it, and then bam. Well, the people who lived here were obviously unlucky. Today is not their day. No one will argue with that. The plane suffered incredibly at the same time. It will not be able to fly anymore. Most likely it cannot be restored. The body is deformed. Although it has retained its shape at the same time. Somewhere the pieces fell off, that in the passenger seats. I can't even look in. The passengers would have survived most likely. Probably me. What kind of big cube is this? Interesting. Is it a piece of the house that fell off, or is it a stone that was lying somewhere here? Oh, are there many of these cubes here? Is it real? And why are they here? Wait. It's not entirely clear. Apparently, it's not the first time a plane crashes on their house. And that's why they put such cubes that, in theory, are designed to slow down the plane, probably me. But the trace of it remained beautiful, of course, but whether it will still be. It was great, but we're going to fly on a Boeing now. And even the developer of this map tells us, guys, super duper lags. In short, it will be tough. The game engine will not cope, despite the fact that the computer is, in principle, quite powerful, but it can't cope with this. It's a kick-ass with Boeing. Test, test, test. By the way, this is a test model of the same Boeing that we flew in the first part of the video that we saw, and here it is. A first-person collision occurs. I didn't include slow-mo on purpose, because slow-mo affects physics. Objects lose the force of inertia. Yes. It is possible only through small holes cracks to see what is happening outside. I am pushed forward by inertia when the plane collides with the ground, but at the same time, it continues to slide for some more time. In my opinion, the destruction will be simply colossal and very beautiful, and the main thing is to survive. Am I alive? Damn, I'm alive. We should get out. Here it would be possible to try to get out. I got out. Or not you. Or we keep sliding on. This is not the end, friends, we continue to slide. I was just thrown out. Tin, look what's wrong with him. But the fuel tank, I can see it, it's not damaged. So, I'll try to take off on. Above the map. To see what happened at all, what kind of destruction. I think there's nothing left of the house at all. So, now the lags will subside. That's it, it took off. Here it is, the fallen Boeing. Yes, he certainly had a tremendous speed, friends. Boeing's speed was colossal. What happened to the house? Let's fly up there. Why, nothing happened to the house, because there is no house anymore. There's just nothing left of the forest. One sad Christmas tree just fell down, thinks. That's enough for me today. The Boeing could have continued to fall, but it didn't have enough speed. A slightly torn wing. Well, that's about how, by the way, the fallen planes look like. Well, in a similar way. True, they usually fall apart into pieces, but quite realistic. The fuel tanks didn't explode. If there were passengers here, if they were strapped in, it's likely they would have survived. Of course, they would have hit the front seat, the back, but perhaps they would have lived. So, something is too much flight speed, that's much better. Cool, friends. Let's try to see how it will look from the outside. Let's start by choosing a private jet, so that there are no lags, and see if I can get out of here. Oh, I'm on the roof. Ah, I'm on the roof of the plane. How is it? How did it happen? So, the sausage begins, a fierce sausage. Look at how this unfortunate plane is doing. We're right on the roof. So, I have to. Wait, slow-mo. I have to see this. The plane is flying faster than me. Well, at least a piece is possible. I wouldn't have had time to do that, because the plane is flying faster. And Boeing will fly even faster, but minimally. We were able to observe this. That's funny, isn't it? Look. The plane just tore off a piece of wood. I think he flew further this time. Much further. The plane tore off. I've almost reached the end. Ah, well, this line is shorter here. So, I tore off a piece of wood, and the tree at the same time. It's worth it. It will fall, no. The tree is standing in the air, it's strange. Well, yes, it certainly won't work to observe from the outside, and this is quite sad. There's another point here, something about a glider. I have a rough idea of what a glider is, but let's see what a glider is. It's kind of like a glider, right? Yes, I'm really flying on a glider, but for some reason I'm falling down. What's the point? I didn't understand. And how to manage it? I was just trying to drive and ended up being thrown out. And where am I going at all? Can I? It is possible, it is not necessary. What's the point? Who will explain to me what is the point and how to manage it? That is, he has. I'm already sitting in it, or I can't sit in it to manage. I'm just falling down. No, this is some kind of nonsense, absolutely incomprehensible, because I don't understand anything at all. Why does it fall? And how to manage it? That is me. I can't control it. You press all the buttons, it's not controlled. Okay, that's sad. And the last point is called how, that is, how. What's going on? Both of you are really looking at. And what? Me. Why? And what? What am I on? Is that a truck or something? Damn, I'm flying in a truck. Stop. Truck, really? People were blown away when a truck just fell from the sky and tore off a piece of the house. There's just nothing left of the truck. He just crashed into a building and only remained the suspension. Just the chassis. Tin. So, okay, I want to be on this truck now during the collision. That's it, I'm here. I'm here. We will not include scrapping. It is also not worth watching from the outside. It's just falling. Holy shit, pumas. Well, yes. It has been preserved. The cabin has not even been practically dented. But there's not much left of the house. If someone was sitting here, then fuck him, friends, because he's not sitting here anymore. He's here somewhere underground or in the ground. Bugs, spiders, and so on eat him. Oh, you can even turn on the TV. Awesome, you can even turn on the TV. Only it doesn't turn on and off. Well, it's fun, but it's a pity that the map developer did not give us the opportunity to be an observer of what is happening. Yes, it's fun to sit inside, to be there, and especially in Boeing, such a catastrophe is directly felt. Yes, it is created perfectly, but it's more pleasant to look at the catastrophe from the outside, rather than participate in it. Isn't that right? It's epic to watch planes fall in movies, but as in life, I think those who are inside are not very well, and should not fall on an airplane at all, friends, in any way. Well, let's take the truck again, and if you can sit inside. Come on. In theory, you can sit in the cab. So it's broken. I'll try to make it to the cockpit. Yes, and get into the cab. I'll stop him. I can't get into the cab, it's not working. Okay, the truck is flying slowly, scandal logistics. Therefore, we can basically see what will happen. Let's fly up to the house faster, although this is the maximum flight speed. Somewhere here you can capture what is happening, but my good angle is, well, a truck. Are we removing the slow-mo? Okay, turn it on. Now it will be normal, without lags and... Pro. Well, it always falls about the same, but with the word about really the speed of the truck. Oh, dropped. How did I end up inside? What? Where am I? I'm underground. I'm dead. Well, okay, let's stop with you for now. I hope you liked the video. We are closing the topic with Boeing planes for the time being. We will try something else. See you again. Good luck. Bye. Happiness to you.